Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Warcraft replay here as we have a Night Elf vs Undead matchup on the map Last Refuge. We have a tournament game this time around. Even though in the past I've usually just treated tournament games like ladder games, just higher levels of competitiveness. I don't know why I did it differently this time. I could have definitely just treated this like a normal tournament replay. Yeah, I don't know why. We'll just keep it as it is. We have Moon spawning in as the blue Night Elf player on the top right. He'll be facing off against Michael, also known as Lucifer. I don't know why he changed, I don't know when he changed. Apparently it was sometime during 2019. But to be honest, I haven't actually casted a Lucifer game in like forever, despite probably being the undead player that I enjoy watching the most. So yeah, there's that. I'll just call him Michael for now. Even though I would probably still call him Lucifer. Even today. Other than that, I'm pretty sure we have an observer, so we will be taking advantage of that. So yeah, this is from the WGL March Pro Division in 2021. This is actually the second Group B semifinals between these two. This is one of the games from the best of 3, but I only choose to play one of the games because the others are they're like 10 minutes long, so I don't think it is really worth watching those, to be honest. Albeit I haven't actually looked at the hero or unit comps, so I don't exactly know if this will be an exciting game or not. I just kind of chose this one because of the players. Moon I haven't casted for a while, so I thought why not, and Lucifer clearly haven't casted for about like, I would say 2 years. Was it 2 years? At least, or around about that time. So yeah, Death Knight start for Lucifer. He's actually going to sell this TP scroll for the skeleton stick and 2 sack skulls. He will be able to get the ring protection here. Meanwhile, the keeper, I believe Moon went for a keeper, did go for a keeper, is going to get the circlet start for himself. He is also going to be moving around. He does not have a point into any abilities just yet. We are going to see if he's going to choose Force of Nature or Entangle. For now, Entangle looks kind of good. There are a couple of low hit point units here, so if he chunks it down a little bit more, nope, he's just gonna go for the Force of Nature. Here comes the Wisp to go for the Dispel on the Blight. Thankfully, we do still have another skull which will be used. It is rather unfortunate, but I guess Moon did use a Wisp for that. Another Wisp popping around here. Not going to Dispel just yet, as the Death Knight has level 2, but the Magi is still up and about. But the Keeper being around is probably going to delay things. Or not. Keeper just going to go for this High Priest camp here with another set of treants. For now, he's just going. Moon's just going to go for the fast tech into tier 2. It seems like the same thing's going for Michael as well. Michael, Lucifer. I basically call myself from saying Lucifer there. Magi's going to drop as the Gloves of Haste gets picked up. Not the best set of items for the Death Knight. He's also 3 out of 4 charges used on that skeleton stick. As the High Priest is finally down, the Keeper is already level 2. He has the replenishment potion just in case he gets chunked earlier on. But it is just mass schools with Death Knight, unless you get surrounded.
A player's forces are under
Probably
attack.
just gonna save that replenishment for a for a creep camp. Early expand here. This is after tier 2 though, so not as early as you would classify a fast expand, but yeah, this will set an advantage for Moon because well, right now I don't think Lucifer is really caring all too much about scouting wise, so the space might be around for a while. Death Knight gonna pick up the Ankh of Reincarnation, is going to sell that for TP Scroll, TP Staff. Not gonna bother with Boots as he does have the Unholy Aura. Level 3 on both heroes as the Death Knight's gonna loom around here, and he is gonna spot this expansion. It's kinda nearly done though, so he probably won't have the opportunity to go for a cancel. He can go for a siege, but
forces are under attack.
Yeah, that's gonna be a whole lot of effort in and of itself. Death Coil there, I think it got cancelled by the Shadow Maw, which is kind of nice timing there by Moon. Obviously, had to preempt that because Shadow Mailing takes a lot longer than a full traveling Death Coil, but he got lucky on that part. Lich is gonna pop out as the second hero. We have the Graveyard done as the Slaughterhouse is being placed down as well. So should be seeing that transition into Crypt Fiends, as we also have an expansion here on the bottom right for a Lucifer. But the Keeper has spotted this and he is going to try and force a cancel. It looks like he will be able to get that cancel down as the treants with the Keeper himself is enough to delay that even longer. Entangle come down on the Acolyte as well, probably going to be a dead Acolyte, which further delays the expansion by a lot, in fact. I don't know why I have the Night Elf skins on, but Demon Hunter is going to come out as a second hero here just to act as a control unit for the undead heroes, basically acting as a form of mana burn, or is the tool for mana burn. Yeah, this delay on this expansion is going to be pretty huge. Obviously, be a bit behind on the Entangle timing, I guess. Alright, the Haunted Goldmine will come a little later than the Entangle, but yeah. More treants coming through, and this is going to be another cancel if I ever seen one. Oh, yikes. Yeah, Lucifer did get that canceled down on time, but that was super close.
Forces are under attack.
Gargoyle is going to just be there for harassment, I'm assuming, because I don't really see a game where gargoyles would be that impactful. So right now it's just going to be used as a form of scouting as well as a form of harassment. Interesting. We have Hippogriff Riders on the way here, and I believe this is the first time I've actually seen Hippogriff Riders
A player's forces are
on
under
Reforged
attack.
graphics, huh? Yeah, let's see how much havoc they can do. Clearly, should probably just mass pump out those Crypt Fiends as they would do very nicely against those Hippogriff Riders.
The town
But
is under siege.
yeah, the sad thing is players don't seem to be adapting all that well during game. They kind of just stick to one strategy and kind of double down on it. This expansion yet again is going to get cancelled with the hailfire of arrows here. Nova Coil onto one of those Hippogriff Riders, but unfortunately only level 2 Death Coil, level 1 Nova. It's not going to actually kill any of these Hippogriff Riders as they are pretty beefy in terms of, I guess, comparing it with other Night Elf units. 780 is not actually that low, which is like super surprising coming in from an Ancient of Wind unit, I guess. Gargoyle has like amazing amount of DPS when it comes to anti-air. Unfortunately, it is 1 versus like 6, 5. Hippogriff Riders, and they're just gonna get melted very, very quickly. We are actually gonna be mass producing gargoyles. I'm not sure if this is... I mean, if you do like outnumber those Hippogriff Riders, then it might be a better way to deal with them rather than the Crypt Fiends. Of course, Crypt Fiends are a lot slower. So yeah, mass gargoyles versus mass Hippogriff Riders here. I would still like a couple of Crypt Fiends because once they get their whips down, it kind of prevents the Hippogriff Riders from kiting, and that's kind of the benefits of Hippogriff Riders versus gargoyles there. Since they are ranged, they can kite somewhat. So, a bit worrisome about these gargoyles, to be honest. We do have a second crypt coming down. Since we do have a second base, it is only natural that we will be seeing more production buildings than normal. Still, this gold mine has yet to be haunted, but it is about 60% done. This gold mine has already been mining for about a good minute or so, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So yeah, it's already mined about 1600 gold. Still plenty of Hippogriff Riders in the air. I don't know if we're going for any upgrades. We are going for +1 upgrades on the Hippogriffs, but it does not affect the Hippogriff Riders, I don't think. You need the Sentinel upgrades rather than the I guess the Beast upgrade, the Druid upgrade. But it could just be for the raw Hippogriffs, who will be just battling it out with the gargoyles, while the Hippogriff Riders will be dealing with everything else. So,
a player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, I definitely do like Moon's strategy a lot more than Lucifer's, unfortunately. Mass Gargoyles I don't think is quite a bit enough. And to be frank, it doesn't look like he has that many gargoyles in the first place, so looking a bit worrisome here. He is going to start pumping them out 2 at a time, but he is severely behind in terms of numbers. Army supply 54 for Lucifer, 65 for Moon. Overlord is down to about 100 HP. It is going to go down, and the Demon Hunter is going to pick up a Cloak of Immolation, or Cloak of Flames, from the Ogre Lord. Whether or not he keeps it, we shall see, but we did have a Hippogriff Rider going down thanks to the Nova Coil. The Demon Hunter is going to keep the Cloak for now. It does substitute the third ability that the Demon Hunter has, and plus this doesn't actually burn mana, so it could be nice. We are going to have the Panda coming out as the third and final hero here for the Night Elf player. So I imagine Drunken Haze is the perfect ability for Moon right now, because those gargoyles will clump up a lot, and they will... Yeah, having the chance to miss is always very nice. Keeper is going to have the Thorns Aura as well on himself, so that will benefit the heroes on the ground at least. The Hippogriff Riders... Oh, actually no, the Hippogriff Riders also benefit off of the Thorns Aura, so that will also kind of mitigate the DPS output of those gargoyles, since they are indeed melee. Alrighty, we have like 10 gargoyles in the air. Let's see how effective they are going to be. Of course, they need to be wary about that Drunken Haze that the Panda can go toss around, as Moltrians are just going to get wiped out here. Yeah, Keeper has level 2 on the Thorns Aura and the Force of Nature, rather than having Entangles, since I guess his opponent's going to be mainly air units as well. Just need to be careful not to summon those treants in front of any destroyers, if we are going to have any destroyers in the air here. Yeah, and a lot of gargoyles. I still don't know how effective they're going to be versus the mass of Hippogriff Riders and just raw Hippogriffs, but we shall see. +1/+1 on upgrades for the Hippogriffs. Hippogriff Riders are actually 0/0, but the Thorns Aura should be should help a little bit. Expansion is gonna get wiped out in terms of their acolytes here, as we do have a Nova onto those hippogriffs, but here comes the massive fight. Drunken Haze onto the gargoyles as well. We also have a Scroll of Healing to try and mitigate the DPS output of those gargoyles, and unfortunately I don't hear nearly enough hippogriff riders dropping in the air versus the gargoyles getting wiped out in front of me right now. And yeah, as quickly as that. We actually had the Keeper being bursted down here. I'm not sure if that's going to matter all too much. The Keeper only provided the Thorn Zora as well as the Treants, I guess, but the Gargoyles are out, so Thorn Zora is not going to be all too useful right now. Panda is actually going to get chased down as well. Is it going to be a problem? I'm not too sure. Demon Hunter is still on the ground, and he is fighting the double heroes here from the undead side. Is going to go for a TP staff, as she will be able to escape. So 2 heroes down on Moon's side. Meanwhile, Lucifer kind of lost his entire army here. So once again, undead undead heroes, basically being 2-man armies. But yeah, I guess Moon did get chunked down a little bit in terms of numbers with the hippogriffs as well.
Attack.
It's just that, I don't know, it seems like this army comp will be a lot quicker to replenish versus gargoyles? Actually, I might have to rephrase that. But regardless, it seems like we are just going to be double pumping out those Crypt Fiends instead. Probably would have been the safer option to just go straight into Crypt Fiends, but you never know how Moon would have adapted to that. But for now, Moon is just going to be producing the second Ancient of War. We're also going to have the Marksmanship upgrade for the Archers and Hippogriffs, or Hippogriff Riders, so they'll deal a little bit more damage, and that is going to be very nice. Ogomolar is going to go down. He does not drop the item, but at least some experience over to the Demon Hunter here, so she will get that level 4, level 2 Mana Burn, and level 2 Evasion. Hippogriff Riders are going to get whipped up and killed off, and that is as simple as that. Fluid of Accuracy here for the Death Knight.
A player's forces are under attack.
Where on earth did you get this from? Did you get it from the bottom right? I don't actually know if this camp drops
A town is under
an
siege.
ore item or not, but either way, plus 12 claws of attack here for the Death Knight is going to get transferred over to the Lich later on, as this harassment here is going to be answered by a TP Scroll. Preservation Staff by the Keeper is going to put the Demon Hunter back home. So yeah, we are going to have plus 1 attack upgrade for the Hippogriff Riders, no armor upgrade, as I guess the mentality is if they get hit back, they're going to get shredded regardless. Plus 2 attack upgrade for both the Hippogriffs and the Hippogriff Riders on the
Player's
way.
forces are under attack.
Death Knight's level 5, so
A town
gotta be
is under
worrisome
siege.
about that. We did see that both the Keeper and the Panda got instantly sniped while the gargoyles were being wiped out. So you gotta be careful about the Nova Coil combo here. Dark Ranger pops out here for the third and final hero for the undead trifecta, but she is level 1, so she needs to be careful not to
Player's
get
forces are under
sniped out
attack.
by whatever the Night Elf army can toss at you. Keeper and Demon Hunter is just going to TP back home, as I believe that was a TP Scroll by the Keeper, so yeah, Dark Ranger wasn't able to silence that. As Hippogriff Riders are just going to abuse their mobility and just harass the main base of Michael. Crypt Fiends are going to be popping over, and they are going to whip up a couple of those Hippogriff Riders. Will we see a third web? Maybe not, but these Crypt Fiends are... I guess they're kind of effectively trading against these Hypergrowth Riders, but there's just so many that you kind of need the other undead heroes to kind of add the DPS onto these Hippogriffs. TP scroll by the keeper is going to retreat back home, as yeah, three Crypt Fiends were taken out despite, even though I said that probably should use them versus Hypergrowth Riders, yeah, 3 versus like 6, 7 is not what I was expecting. +2, +0 on the destroyers and Crypt Fiend upgrades, and not to forget about the True Shot aura that the Death Knight gives. That is, yeah, those are going to be very scary units to deal with. We might just be having a trade here on bases. I guess the only downside for the Hypergrowth Riders is they're not that great at destroying buildings. So Crypt Fiends do win out a little bit in terms of that. Sure, they're also piercing, but they do have
forces are under attack.
a much easier time destroying buildings compared to Hypergrowth Riders, I think. Yeah, so +3 Hypergrowth Riders here, still getting out damaged by those Crypt Fiends. So yeah, Lich is halfway to level 5. Once he gets that, I don't really see a way for Moon to live that, to be honest. Level 3 Nova Coils is an absurd amount of DPS, so let's see how he deals with this. Right now, Nova Coil onto the Demon Hunter there is going to get preserved back home after tossing out a mana burn. Thankfully, we do have Wellsprings, so those Moon Walls are going to reach in a lot quicker than the base Moon Walls here. Keeper about to hit level 5. I'm not sure how useful Thorn's Aura is anymore, so we could probably just go back to Entangle. Pan is going to clean up this gold mine here and get level 4, so that's level 2 Drunken Haze along with the level 2 Breath of Fire. I'm not sure what Michael's going for here. I think he's just chasing his opponent rather than going for some sort of siege. Meanwhile, Moon being a bit annoying with the Force of Nature here. Not gonna do too much. Moon is at semi-supply though, so we do have to take into account that supply advantage, as a Crypt Fiend is gonna get picked up. So yeah, those incremental picks are super important, because around this time the main gold mines are out, so it's basically just the second bases that are crucial to this late game. Nova Coil onto the Keeper there. The Coil thankfully was cancelled out by the TB Scroll. Obviously you can't cancel out Frost Nova since it's instantaneous, but yeah, another TB Scroll burnt there for the Keeper. But he's gonna pick up yet another one. Is gonna pick up a Scroll of Healing rather than an Invuln. So keep that in mind. Still sticking with the Hippogriff Rider comp here for Moon. Let's see how they do against Mass Crypt Fiends.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Seems like we're just gonna have a bit of a trade once again. Tree of Life just got finished here, but is going to go down momentarily as Tri-Heroes from the Undead are chasing the Panda ? Or they're just gonna go and defend that second base. Michael needs to be careful here. He doesn't. He just has enough gold for another Acolyte. Another TP Scroll is going to get channeled to try and defend this base. And like I said, every single unit kill counts in the late game when gold mines are being constantly harassed. TP staff onto the Panda here from the Demon Hunter. Silence on the Panda so he's unable to break the fire. But this is looking pretty disastrous for Lucifer, and that is going to be GG. What happened here? He went Crit Fiends like I would have hoped, but maybe it just wasn't enough Crit Fiends. Yeah, score difference is quite staggering. Sadly, I don't think Lucifer was able to hit the critical mass number of Crit Fiends to be able to outpace the Hippogriff Riders that Moon had, so that could be it. I could just be wrong in Crit Fiends versus Hippogriff Riders, but either way, hope you guys enjoyed this little tournament replay. I don't know if I'll cast another one from this particular tournament, but I will see you guys again next time. Take care.